All right, everyone. We'll be getting started in a moment here. Do-do-do-do. Come with me, and you'll see a world pulled right from my imagination. Justicar Jhee and the Hole in the World by Natasha Swift. Book 2 of the Justicar Jhee Mysteries. Chapter 1. The Maid of the Mists. Jhee held up the viewer to the stately villa where they would holiday for the next few full tides as artisans finished the last bit of construction on their new home on the capital island. Our ferry arrived without incident, and we are safely at the resort. I wish you were here with us. Non-stop social engagements? I'll pass. You're in Kanto's world now. Allow him to show you around. Besides, this will give you more time with him in his element. It'll do you and him good to spend more time together, especially in an environment which showcases his talents. It won't stop me from missing you anyway. Ethercrest life never suited me, but it's cut to fit for Kanto. The three of you need time together without me. Besides, someone needs to oversee the final work on our new home, so it's ready for your arrival. You'll be too busy with balls and parties you won't even notice. Don't remind me. Gee, it'll be fine. Between them, I'm confident they'll see you don't make a fool of yourself. Jhee spun to capture the rest of the private island off the Cape's view of Straya, the largest island in the Blessed Isles, even larger than the capital isle. A few buildings from Galleon City could be seen in the distance. She ended on the magnificence of the ocean and the harbor, a combination of both makers and moral achievements. Kanto and Mireille approached. Is that our absent, boring old Dinmay, who'd rather babysit a house than ride the high crests with us? Correction, who'd rather babysit a house than babysit you. Kanto made the childish gesture of pressing his nose. Fine. Then every stick of furniture must be precisely where I specified, and every possession as I outlined, or else I'll blame you. A fair turn. Kanto had spent days laboring and poring over manuals and catalogs and images of furniture. He would see their new home brightly and gaily and fabulously and opulently appointed. Jhee had the utmost confidence in his design skills. He would know what every stick of furniture and window treatment would convey about their station. They had spent their night together going over it extensively. He quizzed her on what impression she wanted their home to communicate to visitors. Jhee did not much care herself, but it made him happy, and she wanted him to be satisfied. He asked for so little, and tasks like this delighted him. He vowed to make their new home convey the tone and image she wanted while also remaining stylish and opulent as befitted her rank. I've seen images of this place in my like this in my grandmother's day. This used to be all the rave. A stay at a posh resort, then you motor up to the capital and stay at your own or rent a townhouse during festival season. Jhee tried not to think too hard about what that said about her taste or her age. The three of them finished their graceful ascent to the landing. Misty rain had replaced the torrential downpour which plagued most of their journey. The island rested far enough away from the storm curtain to experience lessened effects from its significant weather disturbances. Once the storm curtain stabilized, even the drizzle might stop. Hopefully, the drier weather would alleviate some of the symptoms from Murray's fresh lung sickness. The less saline waters of the inner islands did not agree with many. Murray, like Kanto and Jhee, were used to the saltier waters of the far reaches. Though their fresh lung sickness had come and gone relatively quickly. The damp also did not help. Much like the storms, hopefully, the younger woman's condition would stabilize. Jhee checked her pockets to see if she had any saline tablets on her. Even if they did not have to manage her saline levels and ensure her diet heavy in rock salt, Murray never had the hardiest constitution to begin with, according to her mother, Miramar. Murray's mother had a difficult pregnancy. Murray had been Miramar's only child, a miracle child, much like Kanto. They may have been that may have been why the two spouses had bonded so quickly. Still, it was one more child than she and Shep had managed. Perhaps that would change, or perhaps that was indicative of what difficulties Jhee might have if their plans for Kanto proceeded. Lady Delphine, may I present you Bright Harmony, my second husband. A pleasure, Lady Delphine, Kanto said. He gave the most formal of bows before planting a kiss on the back of Lady Delphine's hand. Likewise, Bright Harmony, said Lady Delphine. This is Star Mirror, my youngest spouse, Jhee said. Jhee used their outside names because neither had been formally introduced to the Lady Delphine. Once they had stayed under her roof, they would be less formal. Lady Delphine, delighted, Star Mirror. Are we the only guests? I dare say we have quite the full house. There's a rather crude businessman, a travel writer, a mining supervisor, an organization, an organizer for the fishing communes, a free-spirited advocate, and an ambassador to the barbarian lands. He is also a man of the waves. More clergy. My, we'll have to be on our best behavior. I don't know about all that now. He seemed a perfectly reasonable sort. Some of the others, though, are quite the characters. Speaking of waves and devotion, Jhee said, I'd like to pay my respects to your maker's shrine. Of course, I'll have you brought to it at once. I've shown you to your rooms and given you a chance to refresh yourselves. Much appreciated. Lady Delphine grabbed Lady Delphine grabbed her arm and bundled them up the stairs to the solar where drinks with ice melon balls in them awaited them. A bit of a warm, sunny drink for the overcast times, but Lady Delphine did love it. So, even when they were their first years together, Lady Delphine had been also assigned to the intelligence pool, just as Jhee had. The compulsory military service every citizen had to undergo had better position than others. Intelligence pool is where the wealthier could get themselves or their offspring stationed and kept off the front lines. Not so much for Jhee and Shep, though. The Pathmaker had different plans. Jhee shuddered and tried to shake off the thoughts of her and Shep's military service. We have so much to catch up on. I've put you up in the observatory suite, one master bedroom with adjoining suites. If that doesn't suit, we can arrange. I'll have the last bed put away until you need it. At their rooms, Jhee turned to Kanto and nosed him on the cheek. See? Here in time for festival season. Just as I promised. Jhee looked over the invoice from the Abbey stay. Now she understood more and more why so many rural Justicars were corrupt. The sum had almost matched the cost of booking the resort stay, due in no part to purchasing Tranquility Gold at market price. I had no doubt you would see your promise fulfilled. If anyone could, it would be you, dear wife. Thank you for your vote of confidence. You'll be happy to know, Murray. In addition to following Pasco food protocols, they operate as Blue Water certified for environmental protection and sustainability. Excellent. Murray plopped down on the master bed. Our own beds again. The yacht and the detour to Tranquility Bridge, Abbey, had been had them sleeping double and sometimes triple. As Denbei, the anchor spouse, Jhee was the only one who ever had the luxury of a bedroom to herself at any point since they left their home in the Far Isles. Though, if propriety would have permitted it, she would have allowed Shep to share it on her nights to herself. Now, if you'll excuse me, Kanto said, I need to start readying our outfits. I want to claim this space right over here for a sewing area and to do design sketches. From now on, it's off limits to anyone but me. Of course, far be it from us to interrupt the maker at making. Laugh all you wish, but I intend for us to make a splash and be the envy of even the most fashionable houses. Live your make